Hey gamers, Lord Arcane here. This one's kind of a treat for me. I want to give you a kind of an update of something that happened this week. They released a game that I hadn't even heard about on radar. Now, this one tickles me absolutely pink. Okay, Master Magic is a new release of an old game that originally came out in 1994. So, 28 years after the fact, we have a re-release. There's a couple big differences between them. I'm going to talk about them a little bit. I'm not really doing a gameplay on this one per se. I just want to talk about them. Okay? As you can imagine, with 28 years, the big difference is graphics. Okay? So what I've got here is I've got the game up and running. I wanted to walk through a couple screens to show you a few things. I'm not really doing anything with it, so yeah, we can customize all sorts of things on here. Your wizard picks how many points you can spend on spellbooks and wizard traits. Okay, that'll make more sense in a minute. I'm going to leave these as they stand, but I just want to walk through them. Starting goal, that's pretty straightforward. How big of a bad guy the bad guys are, number of bad guys, how big are the neutral armies? There's NPCs walking around, for lack of a better word. Lair defense, how bad are the lairs? How powerful is the magic? How often do special events happen? This has been kind of a fun one for me. Special events. By the way, you had an earthquake, everybody's dead. It's pretty brutal at times. I lost 2 troops in a building because of an earthquake. World size, how big is the world, whatnot. Okay. This is the first difference in we're going to see is in the graphics, as I said. But let's give you a background of it. Anybody who knows me knows I love strategy games. Absolutely adore them. I play a lot of strategy games. I play some action games as well. I'm not really a first-person shooter type, although you can have 1 or 2 of those. But strategy games are my bread and butter. I can go strategy all day, every day, and never get bored. Now, the other big love of my life, I either go sci-fi or I go fantasy, and I do a lot of fantasy. Okay, I'm not opposed to either one of those. I love them both, but fantasy's kind of been my thing for 40 years. So when you find a good strategy game that's a fantasy game, I'm kind of all in. The problem is, over the years, I've found some okay ones, but you don't find very many good ones, really good ones. So they always kind of leave that was lacking taste in my mouth. Master Magic, the original, as I said, came out in 1994, 28 years ago, was kind of the first one of that, that's different type of fantasy strategy game. You're not only trying to conquer the world in one plane. You've got your cities. You got your buildings in your cities. You got to build troops. Make sure everybody eats. The typical 4X strategy game there. But you have not just one plane here. Excuse me. Not just one plane. You have a mirror plane that is different. Okay, and you can only connect to these 2 planes in certain places or with crazy powerful magic. And you conquer both worlds separately. You can win either by killing everybody, typical strategy game, or you can win by casting the Spell of Mastery, the Armageddon magic spell, where I'm the most powerful wizard ever. Whichever variety you play a wizard. Okay? So back to characters for just a minute here. This is, I think Merlin, if I'm looking at him right. Yeah, go Merlin. Okay, you'll notice he's got 5 books of white magic and 6 books of green, looks like it? Yeah, nature. Okay, magic in this system is made up of books of different colors. You got white magic, like Ariel here is 100% white magic. Life, heals, angels, goody two-shoes, stuff like that. You got black magic, which is necromancy, death, summoning skeletons. Okay, you got blue. Most of blue is actually illusions. For example, here, sorcery is what they call it. You've got red, which is fire magic, so fire elementals and fire giants and fire everything else is. Like Taron here is fire, crazy. You've got green, which is nature magic. Okay? So, let's see. Where's my nature mage? Freya. Freya's got full-on nature magic. So, basilisks. I played Freya a little bit that I've played. basilisks, flying cockatrices, giant spiders, earth magic, earthquakes, and things along that line. That's all earth. Okay, so with those 5 types of magic, and yeah, some people can draw illusions, between other systems out there. But keep in mind, 1994 is an old system. So, going on with that. So let's pick just one of our guys. We'll pick Freya here. Why not? Nature Mage. You choose your starting spells based upon the books you chose. Okay? Actually, I'm going to back up for a minute. One more important thing. Custom. Pick your picture. Type in your name. Boom. There you go. But I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. So, back to choosing your spells. So, however many books you have of certain things, you will choose your spells. So, I want Earth Elemental. There's Cockatrices, Transmute. These are the ones you already know. You start with. Again, I'm not going to modify anything because I want to get it going. Then you choose, your races you've got. And there's a bunch of different ones. You got your Barbarians, Gnolls, Halflings, High Elves, High Men, Clackons. Okay? Stag Beetles, I remember those. Lizard Men, Dragon Turtles, I remember those too. Nomads, Orcs, Lizard Men, if I remember right. Swim, yeah. Yeah, water walking. You get the idea. You pick your race. I was always for ranged combat, and High Elves have a bonus to magic. So, why not? I'm one of those types. I create magic with my people so I can get more magic. This is overall magic dedicated to all sorts of things. It affects your research a bit. It affects your the amount of mana you have that you get per turn. Yeah, it's a currency. So you have gold, you have mana, you have food is not a currency per se. You either have food or you don't have food. If you don't have food, people quit. So feed your people. They like it better that way. Well, this loads, there's the basics. I'll give you a few pointers on that one. Now, here's the one bad news. I'm going to lay it out right now before you see the game. Downside is within, I guess you're seeing the game now, but within the new one, there's no multiplayer. The one in 1994, I'm pretty sure my wife and I played for hours and hours and hours and days together. But there's no multiplayer in this one. So take that with a grain of salt. I know, it's harsh. Anyway, gold, as mentioned, magic, as mentioned, food, as mentioned, fame. Fame is a way of attracting more people. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so you get to spend it on merchants like to talk to you, trade with you if you're well known. Okay. Double clicking on the city, you go into here. Here's your basic town list. I have one town. Congratulations. Hello, right? Okay. You can set your taxes and unrest depending on how grumpy you want people to be and how much money you want to make. Okay. I started out with a group of settlers. They settle. I know, unique. And some swordsmen to protect them. So they're not going to do much protecting. Not yet, anyway. Your citizen management is pretty straightforward. How many people do I have farming? How many people do I have other things? And how many people are throwing a temper tantrum? And that's it. That's really all the options there. And then your construction queue, you choose what you want to build. Okay, you can also set this on default, managing by your familiar. You have a little pet that does work for you. Call it a governor. You'll see him in pictures, You cast a spell and hello, here's my little snake going hello, But that's that. So that's the basic gist of the overall game. As I said, I'm not really doing a gameplay on it because I'll be very, very blunt. I'll be very, very honest. There are very few things in the world more boring than watching somebody play a strategy game. So I'm not going to torture you there. But you'll notice these locations here. Now, if I hit tab, I can mouse over them. Or I hit tab and it shifts to the mode where I can mouse over them and it tells me all sorts of things about them. That's an ancient temple, currently unexplored. That's a monster lair, currently unexplored. Right? Can't build a town there. It's got a town too close, but otherwise it's, river. And there's grasslands and grasslands and grasslands and grasslands. There's a lot of grasslands. Hello, I have a lot of grass. Not that kind of grass. But anyway, there you go. Your spell research is here. You'll have one page to choose what to research that best fits with what you want to do. Nature's Eye, if I remember right, reveals the map for a little bit. Got a range of friendly cities to 9 hexes in all directions. That's cool. Cure, disenchant, giant spiders. Whee! Change terrain, basilisks. Basilisks are brutal. Summoning circle allows you to move your summoning circle, otherwise it's in your capital city. There's the basics of that. So you pick what you want to research, you click the button, poof, you research. Want to cast a spell, click the book here, right up the top, and it pulls up this. Then you can go sideways to any spells you can cast, not specifically in combat. Okay, like magic spirits, you'll need to control nodes and get more mana. There's actually a tutorial built into this. I ran it on my other game a bit to remind me how to play with any of the interface differences. So expect that. Read it. It's helpful. Other big change on this one from the 94 version is this one runs hexes. The other one ran squares. So a little bit different thought process here. All right? Move your armies, conquer the things, the world is yours. Researching spells, hooray basilisks are brutal for early monsters. Basilisks are absolutely nasty. And there's the end of the world as you know it. Okay, I'm a big fan of it, as I said. My wife hasn't picked it up yet because she's kind of turned off at the multiplayer lack of thing. I've sent it to a good friend of mine. Haven't heard back on his yet. Tis the season, so I sent him a Christmas present, as it were. Store page, looking at it, it's currently $40. So there's the thing. It doesn't have a whole lot of DLC yet. I don't know what they're planning on that. The only DLC right now is their wallpapers. So, I have got the yawns today. My apologies, people. Yeah, I don't need all those wallpapers, so I'm good with what I got. But anyway, check it out. It might be up your alley. It's definitely up mine. So, without further ado, conquer well, have fun, game on, and good luck on rolling initiative. Catch you later, guys. Bye.